All right, y'all. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make Bajan beef in one pan. Start out by cutting up your meat into pieces like this, and this is actually chuck. Throw in there 2 tablespoons of some soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of mirin, and a teaspoon of some pepper, and let that marinate for a little bit. And now we're gonna make our sauce. Get 2 tablespoons of some oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of some ketchup, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of sambal. This is basically garlic chili sauce. Mix all that up in there. It should look like this. Now what you want to do is coat your meat in some cornstarch and potato starch. It should look like this. Start frying that off. Once it's done frying off, cut up some garlic, onion, and bell peppers, and put that to saute. Once it has a nice color, we're going to throw in the sauce we just made. Let that come to a very slight simmer. Once it's came to a slight simmer, now what you want to do is throw in there back your beef and mix it up in there. And there you go, guys. Follow me for more recipes. Follow my Instagram for full details.
Today we're going to make some mini zucchini pizza bites. First thing you're going to do, chop up a zucchini, pat dry, salt heavily, add your toppings, put it in the oven at 400 for 15 minutes, dip it in some marinara, and oh my god. Hey!
Well, let's make sawmill gravy. We're going to start with 1 pound of sausage and get it browned. 1/3 cup flour, mix it in well, drop your heat to low, cook for about 1 minute. Mix in 3 to 4 cups whole milk, stir it frequently, and let it warm until it thickens to your desired consistency. 1/2 teaspoon seasoned salt, 1/4 teaspoon ground thyme, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. Mix it in good. Let's make the magic happen.
Alright, today's Taco Tuesday and we're going to make taco soup. I'm making a double batch because I've got a lot of people in my family. I need 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of ranch style beans, 2 cans of kidney beans, and then I got 2 packets of a taco seasoning mix and 2 packets of ranch mix. I'm going to cook my ground beef until it is completely cooked, and then I'm going to drain off any fat that you have. Okay, now that my meat is browned and drained, I'm going to add 2 cans of corn. Don't drain your corn, you want the juice. I'm going to add 2 cans of Now I'm going to add my 2 cans of kidney beans. Again, don't drain these. And I'm going to add my 2 cans of ranch beans, my 2 packets of tacos, and my 2 packets of ranch mix. Now I'm going to stir all of this really.
Let's make crispy rice tuna. So I'll take some of this tuna that I recently broke down and chop it up into small cubes. Then we'll add our tuna, a nice squeeze of mayonnaise, a spoonful of chili crisp, a teaspoon of sesame oil, a teaspoon of soy sauce, and a nice squeeze of lemon. For our sushi rice, we'll go 2 cups water, 2 cups rice. In a small bowl, combine 2 tablespoons rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a pinch of salt. Microwave this for 30 seconds. Add your sushi rice and add the vinegar mixture. Gently fold this in. Wet your hands and then mold the rice into whatever shape you want. This is perfect. We'll add our rice cakes and immediately hit them with a little furikake. We'll top this with some of our tuna, followed by a nice green onion sprinkle. Does that not look unbelievable? This stuff shouldn't be legal.
The most elite of the elitist egg rolls. Truffalo chicken, shredded smoked chicken, mozzarella cheese, scallions, cream cheese, and the hotter truff sauce. Paper down, stuff it up. Roll that thing nice and tight, you know what I'm saying? Give them a bubble bath, perfect golden brown. Make it look pretty, plate and enjoy.
Restaurant quality scallops. First, remove the muscle from the side of the scallop. It's a little white fat part. Heat up a pan, high heat. You want it scorching, pretty much smoking at that point. Season your scallops while your pan is heating up. Go ahead and add some oil to the pan. I use 75-25 olive oil, canola oil. Put in your scallops, move them around a little bit once they've already released themselves. Push those to the side, add in butter, add in garlic, add in thyme. Go ahead and baste those real quick, max 30 seconds. Pull them out, let them drain on a paper towel, just get rid of some of that excess fat and butter. Then go ahead and throw it on a plate, cut them open, and you're gonna notice on the inside of these that they have a slight color difference. That slight color difference is medium rare-ish.
Thanks for checking out Keto Country. Today I'm recreating my most popular recipe. It's a fried pickle chaffle. This is so simple to make, but you will not believe how good it tastes. So all you do is layer in some shredded cheese, sliced pickles, more cheese, cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, and dip in ranch dressing. Like and follow for more keto recipes.
You haven't experienced life till you try these crispy mozzarella bites. You'll need wontons, mozzarella balls, basil, and tomato. To shape them, all you do is wet the edges and then fold like this. I think they look kind of fancy. Now heat up a pan with oil. You'll know when it's ready when you drop in some wontons and it bubbles immediately. When the oil's ready, drop in your babies and let them get crispy. Once they're brown, flip and repeat on the other side. When they're done, transfer to a cooling rack with paper towel and sprinkle with salt. They're so easy to make and they're perfectly crisp and perfectly chewy. This is definitely a 5-star recipe. Save this video just in case you start craving them later. I can't stop eating them, which is why I say,
if you're tired of eating pork rinds on the keto diet, try making air-fried chicken skin. First, separate the skin from the meat, but don't waste it. I like to make soup, but you can do whatever you want with it. Add salt, pepper, and garlic powder to both sides and spread it out into your air fryer. Air fry it for about 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, but check on it a little while before it's done, just to be sure it doesn't burn. Now crunch time.
Autumn soup is a savory soup I've enjoyed since I was a little boy. Let's get it. Beef. Meat's all cooked up. Let's add it into our pot. 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, 1 big Vidalia onion, 2 russet potatoes. We're gonna add 4 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of beef bouillon, about a teaspoon of kosher salt, some black pepper, a teaspoon of basil, bay leaves, a teaspoon of kitchen bouquet, 28-ounce can of tomatoes. What we gotta do is just mix it up, put the lid on it, cook it for about 45 minutes to an hour. Soup.
here's something fun and different. Chicken lollipops, the easy way. Lay your drumstick down sideways and cut off the base. This will allow it to sit upright on its own. Next, cut around the bone just under the joint, cutting through the skin and tendons. Take a dry paper towel and push down the meat. Then, with a good grip with your paper towel, pull off the cartilage from the joint. Next, use scissors to remove any exposed tendons. And now you have your lollipop. Repeat this process with all other drumsticks. I've watched videos on these before and people spend way too much time scraping the bone with a knife. All you need is a paper towel and a good grip. Next, you're going to wrap the bones with tin foil. This will prevent them from burning through the cooking process. Next, sprinkle on your favorite seasoning and now they're ready to cook. Today I'm baking mine in the oven at convection 375 for 20 minutes. Remove from oven and dip in your favorite sauce and then return to the oven for an additional 10 minutes or until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees. This will also allow the sauce to tighten.
People ask me what my favorite thing to cook is, and it has to be this chicken and rice dish because it is the absolute best thing to eat. It is so good. First, you're going to chop up 1 pound of baby bella mushrooms, add 3 cups of water to a pot with the mushrooms, and 1 3-pound chicken, cleaned, cut into 4ths or 8ths, and 1/2 cup of vegetable or canola oil. Let that come to a boil on medium heat, then cover it for about an hour and a half until the chicken is falling off the bone. You're going to remove the chicken and you're going to shred it. You want to also remove the skin and bones. You can throw that out and shred the chicken into small pieces. Then you're going to strain the liquid. Keep that liquid. It's literally liquid gold. You're using that to cook the rice. Throw the mushrooms back into the pot. Clean 3 cups of medium green rice. Throw the chicken and the rice into the pot. And then you're going to add 4 cups of the liquid. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of salt, mix that up, and you're going to cook it on low, covered for 1 hour. If you want to burn the bottom, you can cook it on high at the end for 5 minutes. Full recipe.
What are we candying today? A potato? Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. Not going that wild just yet, but I do have some mangoes. Saw a bunch of comments asking me to work with mangoes, and this was something I was happy to try. Nifty little trick I saw, use a cup to get a big chunk of the mango out smoothly without damaging it. Try and slice these guys pretty thin, 1/3 of an inch thick if you can, but be careful, mangoes are really slippery and the method I'm using right there is probably not the safest. Best part about this, all natural. We're not adding a single thing to the mangoes, just putting them on a baking sheet and then dehydrating them in an oven at 200 degrees for around 4 hours. Mangoes are so naturally sweet and juicy, when all that moisture is drawn out during the dehydration process, what you're left with is this flattened, golden, sugary, paper-like skin that will have a odd rubbery flexibility to it at this point and should be fairly easy to rip apart, almost like a fruit roll-up. It's a time-consuming project, but it's very low maintenance. Just be careful when you're slicing the mangoes, and I advise using parchment paper for an easier cleanup.
Dirty Keto gummy bears, 1/3 cup of water, a pack of gelatin, a pack of sugar-free Jell-O. Mix until dissolved on medium-low heat. Now you're going to spray your mold. Pipette your colors, pour them in, refrigerate these for 30 minutes, and then you can store them in an airtight container for up to 1 week. The serving size is 10 at 7 calories and 0 carbs. They're so delicious, chewy, yum.
Garlic bread meatball sliders. Ground meat and some pork. Chop your garlic. Boom. Set a little aside. Boom. Chop your parsley. Boom. Set aside. Here goes the rest. Some of this. A little of both. To the party. 1 egg. Boom. Mix. I almost forgot. A little milk and a little ground pepper. Don't overmix. Olive oil. Brown. Mess with them. Flip. Brown all sides. Set them aside. Drain some. If you don't have your own sauce, get Rayo's in there. Basil. Meatballs going back to the party. All the juices in there. These are done. Spray your Pyrex. Slice them open. First layer, provolone cheese. Grate this all over. Boom. Crushed red pepper. Boom. Place your meatballs. Sprinkle with pecorino. Grate more mozzarella. Like that. Top them. Stick of butter. Boom. Black pepper. Garlic powder. Parsley and garlic. A little salt. Whisk it. Pour it. Bake at 350 for 20 minutes. And voila.